Real-life Bloodline member joining WWE, Reigns leaves the arena in ambulance. Real reasons why AJ Styles turned heel upon his WWE return. Randy Orton on AJ Styles turning on LA Knight. Buddy Matthews publicly sends a message to Rhea Ripley. Former champion recalls Bray Wyatt helping him during his early days in WWE. Cody Rhodes wins the Money in the Bank briefcase from Damian Priest. Disheartening update on Charlotte Flair's injury. Solo Sikoa on Roman Reigns naming him the next tribal chief. Let's jump right into it. Real reasons why AJ Styles turned heel upon his WWE return. The WWE Universe was shocked by the events that unfolded towards the end of an action-packed episode of Friday Night Smackdown. The show featured Roman Reigns' return to the blue brand, and chaos unfolded thanks to a second return that very same night. The main event of the episode was Jimmy Uso versus Randy Orton. Uso was hesitant about the bout, but ultimately battled the Viper. In the end, he lost, but chaos followed soon, as the Bloodline's Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa joined Jimmy in beating down both Orton and LA Knight. Then the second big return happened as AJ Styles showed up. He hit the phenomenal forearm on Roman Reigns and cleared the ring of the heel. Then when the babyface trio stood tall together, Styles shockingly laid out LA Knight and walked out in an angry rage. Now the big question that keeps popping up is why? Why did the Phenomenal One turn heel on Friday Night Smackdown? This piece will look at a handful of reasons for the shocking character change. Here are 4 reasons why AJ Styles turned heel upon his WWE return. Number 4. WWE has too many top baby faces. There was a time around 2 years ago where WWE barely had any over baby faces. Roman Reigns was the top heel and dominated the product, but finding opponents was a challenge. In 2023, that issue is long over. WWE has a plethora of baby faces who can be at the top. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Bobby Lashley, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk could all headline a major premium live event at any time. With so many over baby faces, the company likely realized they need top heels to compete against the popular performers. Edge was probably unlikely to take the top spot in the company. Instead of having him as a middle-of-the-pack babyface, he could be a heel and battle the top stars instead. Number 3. SmackDown needs more heels that aren't the Bloodline. As noted, WWE has a plethora of babyface competitors. SmackDown alone has Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and even the likes of Carlito, Dragon Lee, and Butch. The division is packed. Top heels, however, are in fewer supply outside of the Bloodline. Logan Paul is part-time, so he can't really be included. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits may be baby faces now based on recent booking and reaction. That leaves up-and-coming acts such as A-Town, Down Under, Pretty Deadly, and Santos Escobar to lead the pack. As great as those performers are, a top-level heel is definitely needed. AJ Styles can fill that role immediately. He has the credibility to fight any babyface in the company and the skills to pull it off successfully. He's as talented of a WWE performer as they come. Number 2. The move could have been done to split up the O of the Champion. The O of the Champion is a popular WWE faction that was spawned out of the Bullet Club in Japan. AJ Styles launched the faction not long after joining the company, alongside Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. When the Good Brothers returned to WWE last year, the stable was reformed. This time, they also recruited Michin. The stable had a lot of momentum, but AJ Styles then suffered an injury and missed a good portion of 2023. Between that and other injuries combined with iffy booking, the O, the Champion, has seemingly lost all of their momentum. While the company may see a heel turn for them, all is a chance to correct it. There's a better chance that AJ will now be leaving the group. If Styles did indeed turn heel, it may have been done so he can break things off with a group that unfortunately just has no momentum at the present time. He can go his way and they can go their own. Number 1. It may have been done to elevate LA Knight. An important aspect to remember when considering AJ Styles' heel turn is how he took his turn to the villainous side. The Phenomenal One turned heel in the WWE by attacking LA Knight out of nowhere. While fans can speculate why the attack happened, the fact that AJ assaulted a megastar may be the most obvious sign to what his future entails. Styles may feud with LA Knight in WWE moving forward. If that's the case, the reason behind the heel turn is suddenly more clear. Triple H and World Wrestling Entertainment officials may have had AJ turn heel to ultimately elevate LA Knight. Styles can help the megastar reach new heights in the ring and on television thanks to AJ's talent and star power. The heel turn may have been very logical, despite some apprehension from fans. Randy Orton on AJ Styles turning on LA Knight. After weeks of anticipation, AJ Styles made his much-awaited return in the latest episode of WWE Smackdown. The Phenomenal One not only targeted Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, but also exhibited a surprising heel turn by attacking LA Knight. This unexpected attack might stem from LA Knight taking Styles' spot in the company during his hiatus and eventually facing Roman Reigns in a championship bout. The potential heel turn of AJ Styles has garnered a significant reaction from fans, with many believing that this turn could mark a positive resurgence for Styles in the Stamford-based promotion. Additionally, a video clip circulating on the internet captured Randy Orton's reaction after the sudden turn of events in the ring. In the video, the Viper appears visibly shocked by AJ Styles' surprise attack on the megastar. The 14-time world champion is seen staring at both individuals, seemingly trying to process the unexpected happenings in the ring. However, it's worth noting that striking superstars out of nowhere is a trademark move for Randy Orton. Even in his recent segment with Roman Reigns on Smackdown, the Apex Predator was inches away from delivering an RKO to the Tribal Chief. It will be interesting to see how things unfold in the upcoming weeks, especially in regards to Roman Reigns' opponent for the undisputed Universal title at Royal Rumble 2024. Following AJ Styles' return to the blue brand, the Phenomenal One was approached by a backstage interviewer seeking comments on his actions. Styles, however, showed no interest in explaining his acts. It's important to note that the next episode on the Friday night show will be taped as Triple H has granted a holiday break to the stars, allowing them to spend time with their families. The next week's show was taped after the latest episode of Smackdown, and spoilers for it have already been revealed by fans in attendance. In a clip from the taped show, AJ Styles made his entrance into the ring and revealed his rationale for attacking the megastar, citing that LA Knight had disrespected him by securing a title shot against the undisputed champion. This revelation led to a chaotic situation when Randy Orton also entered the fray, with all three individuals vying to be the next challenger for the Bloodline leader. The situation was eventually settled with the arrival of Nick Aldis, who announced a triple threat match between Styles, Orton, and Knight for New Year's Revolution, set to take place on December 5, 2024 as a special theme for the blue brand. Buddy Matthews publicly sends a message to Rhea Ripley. Buddy Matthews recently took to Twitter to send a message to his real-life fiancée Rhea Ripley. Matthews' tweet also caught Ripley's attention, who came up with a reply of her own. Matthews and Ripley are currently working for two separate companies. Matthews is signed to AEW and is a part of the House of Black faction, while Ripley is signed to WWE and is a part of the Judgment Day. She is also the reigning women's world champion. Taking to Twitter, Matthews took note of the similarities in his and Ripley's Instagram profile photos. Responding to the same, he sent out the forward message. Here's Matthews' tweet. "Damn, we look good," wrote Matthews. Ripley agreed to Matthews' tweet and responded with a message of her own. "That we do," wrote Ripley. Rhea Ripley recently discussed her hairstyle change and claimed she wants to look like her Judgment Day stablemate, Dominic Mysterio. Over the years, Ripley has changed her hairstyle on numerous occasions. She debuted in WWE with long blonde hair. Speaking in an interview with Hit WAFM, Ripley claimed that even she was inspired by Dominic's mullet. She said, "I don't really know what is going on with my hair, to be completely honest. Like, I really loved it when it was short, but I got tired of cutting it 24/7. And Dom was growing this luscious mullet over here, and I was like, you know what? He's looking pretty fine, and I want to sort of try and look like that too." So my inspiration, Ripley and Mysterio are currently in Australia promoting the Elimination Chamber 2024 Premium Live event. Expect the Eradicator to play a major role at the show. Are you a fan of Buddy Matthews and Rhea Ripley? Former champion recalls Bray Wyatt helping him during his early days in WWE. WWE superstar Braun Strowman recently spoke about his friendship with Bray Wyatt. Strowman made his debut on the main roster as part of the Wyatt family. The monster among men joined the faction and immediately became a force to reckon with. After a long stint under Bray, Braun broke off on a dominant singles run where he won the Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia and also became a Universal Champion. On a recent episode of the Rambier Show, Strowman reflected on his friendship with Bray. He recalled how Wyatt was warm with everyone and treated people with respect. Braun mentioned that they would spend a lot of time together on the road, and he learned a lot from the departed star. How he was with people, he never met a stranger, he was kind to everyone, he was a family man. Like more so what people saw on the screen was what I saw behind the scenes, because we spent more time together than we do with our own family. So just being able to learn from that man. Strowman also recalled the time when Bray paid for his hotel rooms and food for a month while he was just finding his feet on the main roster. When I got called up to the main roster, I didn't have enough money to pay for my hotel rooms while we went on the road. So for the first month, Bray paid for everything for me. He bought me food, he paid for my hotel rooms, all that stuff, and I drove him around everywhere, and I learned from him. The wrestling world was shocked to hear of the passing of Bray Wyatt on August 24 earlier this year. WWE superstars and fans alike posted numerous tributes for Bray. The company dedicated an episode of Smackdown to celebrate the life and legacy of the wrestling sensation. He was a former WWE champion, Universal champion, and multiple-time tag team champion. Wyatt left behind a legacy and story that can never be matched in the WWE. What are your best memories about Bray Wyatt? Cody Rhodes wins the Money in the Bank briefcase from Damian Priest. WWE could have a massive swerve in store for the fans in the coming days, as Cody Rhodes could win the Money in the Bank briefcase from Damian Priest to dethrone a current champion. The superstar in question is none other than Roman Reigns. As fans know, CM Punk made his epic return to WWE last month at Survivor Series War Game. Following that, the best in the world revealed on the previous episode of WWE Raw that he would participate in the 30-man Royal Rumble match next month, while Cody Rhodes was the favorite to win win the whole thing. Things have changed drastically following Punk's return. The American Nightmare is now the joint favorite to win the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match, sharing the top spot with Punk. If the latter does end up winning the high-profile encounter, the only way left for Cody Rhodes to get to Roman Reigns could be by winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. The creative team could have the American Nightmare potentially win the coveted briefcase from Damian Priest to get another shot at the Tribal Chief. While Punk could win the Rumble to get a shot at Seth Rollins, Rhodes could use the briefcase to potentially dethrone Reigns at WrestleMania 40. However, it is important to note that these are mere speculations and the WWE Universe will have to wait and see how things unfold with time. Cody Rhodes faced a heartbreaking loss against Roman Reigns in the main event at WrestleMania 39. Despite that, the American Nightmare is seemingly far from done with the Tribal Chief. In an earlier interview with Comic Book Nation, the American Nightmare revealed that he is still targeting the gold on Reigns' shoulders. Rhodes, however, admitted that he would have to move a lot of mountains to get another shot at the big dog. The goal is the same is the best way to put it. The goal is the same for me as a sports entertainer, as a wrestler. I came here wanting one thing. It doesn't mean other stories won't happen. That will also be finished, and it doesn't mean there aren't other milestones. We're talking about good things like video game covers, but the important thing to me is still the championship on Roman's shoulders, and it's the biggest match that WWE could do, but it would take a lot of mountains to move for that rematch to even happen. Rhodes said, "Do you think Cody Rhodes will be able to dethrone Roman Reigns?" Disheartening update on Charlotte Flair's injury. A major update has come out following the announcement of Charlotte Flair's injury that will likely keep her out of the squared circle for most of 2024. The Queen recently suffered an injury during a singles bout against Asuka on Smackdown. Flair was then helped to the back by WWE personnel. The company later confirmed that the former women's champion will miss about 9 months of in-ring action due to her injury. PW Insider has shared an update on Charlotte Flair's injury. The Smackdown superstar will undergo knee surgery in the coming weeks. Per the outlet's sources, the procedure has been scheduled around the holidays. One WB source described the situation as likely worse than a torn ACL and added that Flair suffered additional knee injuries. Flair made her main roster debut shortly after WrestleMania 31 in 2015. A year later, she defeated Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 32 to become the inaugural WWE Women's Champion. Flair has been one of WWE's biggest stars for the past 8 years or so. Unfortunately, Flair's injury will keep her out of action for at least 9 months. This means that Flair will miss WrestleMania 40, a milestone event in the history of the show's shows. Flair delivered an instant classic with Rhea Ripley at this year's Mania. Many fans dubbed the SmackDown Women's title contest the match of the year. The Queen must be disappointed that she won't compete at next year's show. Will you use Flair on WWE TV during her absence? Solo Sikoa on Roman Reigns naming him the next Tribal Chief. Solo Sikoa has recently reacted to Roman Reigns calling him the next Tribal Chief. This week on SmackDown, the Tribal Chief made a massive announcement. Reigns told Jimmy Uso to join him in congratulating Solo Sikoa on being the successor to the coveted title of the Tribal Chief. Jimmy Uso was not pleased with the announcement but decided against opposing Reigns' decision. Now, Solo Sikoa has reacted to Roman Reigns' announcement on his Instagram stories. He shared Reigns' post in which he called him next in line. He also shared the clip of Reigns' promo from SmackDown in which he branded him the next Tribal Chief. Solo Sikoa made his main roster debut at Clash at the Castle 2022, where he helped Roman Reigns defeat Drew McIntyre to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Solo has been one of the biggest and most dominant acts on WWE TV since then. It has been just over a year since Solo joined the Bloodline, and it is quite clear that Reigns trusts him with his life. Last year, Solo had a chat with Joseph Staszewski of the New York Post. The enforcer shared Reigns' advice to him. Stay out of trouble, you know what I mean? Keep your head down and just work hard. The eyes up, the ears open, the mouth shut. Before showtime starts, I carry myself different. It's different when I'm in the back and I'm talking to you and your brothers. But when the red light comes on, stand up straight, puff your chest out, and you walk different. Reigns won't be on the top forever. The Tribal Chief has secured the future of the Bloodline by naming Solo Sikoa his heir. The enforcer is as unforgiving and ruthless as they come and is fully capable of carrying Reigns' legacy forward when the time eventually comes. Do you agree with Roman Reigns' decision to name Solo Sikoa as the next Tribal Chief? Real-life Bloodline member joining WWE, Reigns leaves the arena in ambulance. Roman Reigns has been the face of WWE for the better part of the last decade. The Tribal Chief's heel turn has cemented him as one of the best to enter the squared circle. However, he's not the only Samoan star making waves in the pro wrestling fraternity, as fans have been particularly impressed with Jacob Fatu. Many are also excited to see the star join the Stanford-based promotion. Trained by his uncle Rikishi, Jacob Fatu kickstarted his pro wrestling career in 2012. He is currently a part of Major League Wrestling, where he has has won the world title on one occasion. The Samoan star is also quite active on the independent circuit. Jacob's hard-hitting style mixed with his acrobatic abilities has turned quite a lot of heads in the last few years. Many have been longing to see him join his fellow Anoa'i family members in WWE. Some even believe that he could be a problem for Roman Reigns in case he comes over to the sports entertainment juggernaut. Jacob Fatu recently sent a message to Solo Sikoa after the latter was named as the next tribal chief by Roman Reigns on WWE Smackdown. Roman Reigns has been operating on a whole different level ever since he returned as a heel in 2020. While no one has been able to measure up to the tribal chief in this time, many believe that it could be Solo Sikoa, who ultimately takes his cousin down. Jacob Fatu also shared his thoughts on the situation, noting that he does not have a definitive answer, as it is hard to call what will happen. That's a little hard, man, because Roman, that's the Uso, that's a big dog, that's big use, that's big bro, but Solo is the enforcer, and Solo, it's kind of hard to call. The way that they're going and how they are, I don't know. It's kind of hard to call. Nothing against my family, but you kind of got me on that question. So I'm gonna keep it 100. Who knows? I don't know, man. I can't call it. Brother. The enforcer was announced as the tribal heir by Roman Reigns himself on SmackDown this week. However, it is speculated that he will turn on the tribal chief down the line to go his separate way.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted.